Hello, everyone, and welcome to a brand new explainer. Today we are literally bringing the magic of science right to your screens. We're absolutely thrilled to have you here for this special presentation brought to you by Bodhi Classes. We're going to take a seemingly simple, everyday object, something you probably have sitting in your house right now, and unlock the incredible, totally invisible forces behind it. It's kind of like a giant puzzle that blends ancient history with modern engineering, and we are going to explore every single fascinating detail of it. Welcome to Bodhi Classes. Today, we shall learn ICSE Class 6 Science chapter on exploring magnets. Okay, let's dive into this. We're going to explore the deep past, look super closely at our present, and honestly, solve some fantastic puzzles along the way. Get ready for a story that basically brings textbook science right to life. Now, to truly understand magnets, we first need a really good story. So meet Reshma. She lives in a beautiful, vibrant coastal town down in Kerala. Reshma absolutely loves writing short stories, and her grandmother is basically her biggest fan. So, with her grandmother's 60th birthday rapidly approaching, Reshma is sitting there at her desk, pen in hand, determined to write her absolute best adventure tale yet. She wants it to be thrilling, historically accurate, and just packed with suspense. And wow, Reshma's story takes us way back in time to a turbulent, dark ocean. Her tale is all about this majestic wooden ship carrying precious spices from Kerala for trade in the olden days. The journey starts off beautifully, right? But suddenly, the bright sky just completely disappears. The ship gets trapped in this terrifying, overcast storm. Dark, swirling clouds cover the entire sky, completely blocking out the moon and the stars, while the ocean violently tosses this little wooden ship back and forth. So, here is the massive problem Reshma ran into while writing this suspenseful scene. Back in the olden days, ancient sailors relied entirely on the stars to find their directions at night. But imagine being lost at sea in a pitch-black storm. How do you navigate without the stars? Reshma was totally stuck. She couldn't figure out how her characters would find their way home safely when the sky was just completely hidden. She needed a real, historical, scientific solution to save them from the storm. To help Reshma save her sailors, she hit the history books and the internet. And what she found was this fascinating chronology of human navigation. Let's trace this timeline together, because it is literally a journey of incredible discovery. Centuries ago, we had step 1, ancient stargazing. Beautiful and highly accurate on a clear night, but, well, completely useless in a storm. This massive limitation eventually led to step 2, the amazing discovery of lodestones in ancient times. And finally, building on that natural discovery, humanity reached step 3, the brilliant invention of the magnetic compass. Let's look at exactly how we got there. Let's zoom in on step 2. What exactly is a lodestone? Well, finding this was the ultimate eureka moment for early navigators. A lodestone is basically a naturally occurring magnet. Ancient people discovered that these special, heavy, dark stones possessed an invisible, almost magical power. They figured out that if you suspended one of these stones freely, maybe hanging it from a string or resting it on a little piece of wood floating in a bowl of water, the stone would spin and always, and I mean always, come to rest pointing in the exact same direction. It was literally like having a natural compass that just knew exactly where north was, no matter what the weather was doing. And this brilliantly illustrates how that natural discovery eventually evolved into a true marvel of engineering, the magnetic compass. Once humanity realized that magnets could also be crafted from pieces of iron, they started creating these beautiful, super reliable navigation devices. Inside a compass is this tiny, lightweight magnetic needle, perfectly balanced so it can spin freely. This needle reacts directly to the Earth's very own magnetic field. And honestly, this is exactly what Reshma's sailors needed. Even in the absolute darkest, most terrifying storm, the compass arrow faithfully points north, guiding that spice ship safely through the treacherous waves and all the way back home. So, with her sailors saved and her grand adventure story finally complete, Reshma had this really vivid realization. This incredible, invisible force that guided ancient ships wasn't just some dusty piece of history. No way! It was a scientific marvel hiding in plain sight, literally all around her. Magnets aren't just for ancient sailors, they're everywhere in our modern, everyday lives. Let's actually follow Reshma as she explores her own environment to see just how much we rely on this invisible force today. Just look around your own room, and you're going to start noticing them too. Reshma noticed a bright red paperclip holder sitting right on her desk. Have you ever wondered why those metal clips don't just spill out everywhere when it tips over? It's because they magically stick to the rim. There's actually a magnet hidden right inside that plastic ring. Then, she looked at your vibrant pink pencil box. How does the lid snap shut so securely without a regular lock or a clasp? Yep, you guessed it. Small, powerful artificial magnets are hidden deep within the plastic casing, pulling toward each other to keep the box perfectly closed. We see this hidden science everywhere, built right into even more everyday items. Think about a phone cover, like a vivid green floral one. That little protective flap that folds over the screen, it snaps neatly into place using a tiny hidden magnet. And honestly, perhaps the most famous household magnets of all are sitting right in the kitchen. The refrigerator door is usually just covered in colorful, playful shapes like fish and stars. These artificial magnets easily stick to the steel surface of the fridge, doing this super important job of holding up our favorite family photos, grocery lists, and those important notes. The deeper Reshma looked, the more mechanical ingenuity she found. She noticed the wooden cupboard in her room. Now, wood itself isn't magnetic, right? But if you look closely at the latch mechanism inside the frame, there's a brilliant piece of engineering. There is a small metal plate on the door and a magnet on the frame working together to keep that heavy wooden door tightly shut. She even remembered the bright blue whiteboard duster from her school classroom. It effortlessly clings to the writing board so the teacher never loses it, relying entirely on that exact same invisible force. Now, like the real scientists we are, we need to categorize all these different materials. Because, let's face it, not everything in the world sticks to a magnet. In fact, there's a very strict divide here. First, we have magnetic materials, which are strongly pulled toward a magnet. In our everyday lives, these are specifically metals like iron, steel, and of course, artificial magnets. On the flip side, we have non-magnetic materials like wood, plastic, rubber, and paper, which will completely ignore a magnet. It's almost like an exclusive invisible VIP club, and only certain specific metals are on the guest list to interact with the magnetic field. Now, what's really interesting about this next part is how we humans have taken total control of this natural phenomenon. Remember those ancient, kind of clunky lodestones from Reshma's story? Well, today, we don't just rely on rocks we find in the ground. We actively engineer artificial magnets into incredibly specific shapes, completely depending on what specific job we need them to do. Let's explore the 3 most common shapes you will absolutely find if you walk into any school science lab today. First up is the absolute classic, the bar magnet. Just look at that bright, solid red color. This straight rectangular block is incredibly straightforward and simple. It's the standard tool for classroom experiments, mainly because it clearly separates the 2 ends of the magnet. By having the ends so far apart on a straight block, it makes it super easy for students to study exactly how magnetic forces flow from one side, literally all the way over to the other. Next, we have this brilliantly colored U-shaped magnet, which is very often called a horseshoe magnet. Now, why on earth do we take a straight bar and bend it into a tight curve? Well, it's all about power and engineering. By bringing those 2 ends closer together, the magnetic field gets highly concentrated in one specific area, right between the poles. This gives it a much stronger, much more focused pulling force in that localized spot, compared to just a standard straight bar magnet. And third, we have the ring magnet. This is a dark, continuous circular loop with a hole right in the center. It is incredibly useful in modern technology. Because of its flat, circular shape, it's frequently used inside audio speakers, electric motors, and even those incredibly fun levitating science toys we've all seen. Its shape allows for a really unique, symmetrical distribution of the magnetic field all around the circle, making it absolutely perfect for complex mechanical tasks. Okay, so we know their shapes, but how do they actually interact with each other? Well, there are 3 golden rules of magnetism that basically govern everything. Step 1. No matter the shape, bar, horseshoe, or ring, every single magnet has 2 distinct ends, called a north pole and a south pole. Kind of think of them as the magnet's head and tail. Step 2. If you bring 2 identical poles together, say a north to a north, they will violently push away or repel each other. Step 3. If you bring opposite poles together, like a north to a south, they will powerfully pull together or attract. Let's actually visualize how this feels. Imagine trying to force a north pole against another north pole, or a south against another south. It's tough. The invisible magnetic forces aggressively push back, causing repulsion. You can almost see how sad and frustrating it is to push them together. It's physically difficult. It's exactly like trying to push 2 bouncy balls into the exact same space. They just want to bounce and slide away from each other. The closer you get them, the harder they fight back. But when opposite poles meet, like when a north pole is brought near a south pole, snap, they instantly attract. The invisible force enthusiastically pulls them together in a perfect, joyful bond. It requires almost zero effort from you. The magnets literally do all the work, leaping toward each other. Opposites truly do attract in the world of physics, and man, that connection is incredibly strong. But hey, a quick warning here. With great magnetic power comes great responsibility. You can actually completely destroy a magnet's invisible power if you aren't careful. There are 3 major ways to ruin them. First, do not heat them. High temperatures violently scramble their internal structure, totally confusing the magnetic field. Second, do not drop them. A hard, sudden fall can permanently misalign the forces inside. And third, do not hammer them. Repeated physical shocks will literally knock the magnetism right out of the metal. So, if you want your magnets to stay strong for your experiments, you absolutely must treat them with care. All right, now it's time to thoroughly test your knowledge with Rushma's final puzzle, straight out of the textbook. Imagine you have 3 completely identical metal bars sitting on a table. They look exactly the same, but 2 are powerful magnets, and 1 is just a plain piece of non-magnetic iron. How do you identify which 2 are the magnets without using any outside tools? Okay, let's walk through the logic. The plain piece of iron is going to be pulled toward or attracted to both of the magnets. But, and here is the crucial point, only the 2 actual magnets will actively repel each other when you align their identical poles. So, by simply testing them against one another, the 2 bars that push apart are for sure your magnets. The iron will never, ever push back. Isn't it absolutely incredible how an invisible force that guided ancient sailors through pitch-black storms is the exact same scientific force holding up the artwork on your kitchen fridge today? Science is truly an endless, fascinating adventure. We really hope this journey helped you find your true north when it comes to understanding the amazing world of magnets. If you loved this story-driven explainer, please like, share, and subscribe to the Bodhi Classes YouTube channel. We have so many more fascinating scientific mysteries to explore together. Keep questioning the world around you, keep learning, and we'll see you in the next explainer.